Hi, Sophia. How are you doing today?
Hi, Chad. I'm good. Thank you.
Great. Just have a couple questions for you. Just wondering if you could tell me your first literacy experience.
So my very first experience about literacy was when I was 5 years old. We just started my educational journey, and we were introduced to pinyin, and we were practicing how to write the lowercase a, and in pinyin that's a. And I remember the teacher was walking around in the classroom. First of all, she modeled the letter and then just stopped by my seat and holding my hand to model it again. And that moment when I saw that letter come up to show up on that paper, I was amazed because I never saw such a beautiful, perfect handwriting. And since then, I just so inspired and love handwriting and just practice on my own. And I realized that experience has really taught me that modeling is so important for a teacher and it can be so inspiring for students. And also, if we provide extra help or attention to students, to those students who need it, would be very beneficial.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about your most influential or impactful literacy moment and provide a little context?
Of course. So my most influential lyrics experience would be when I was in middle school. We just started to learn a foreign language in my generation. So, and the only choice is English. So we're starting to learn English in seventh grade, and we have a teacher who taught us like machinery repetition to learn those vocabulary. So we were so enthusiastic at the beginning, but we started to lose interest in that class because we found it so boring to learn that way. Luckily, in the second year, we had a different teacher, and this teacher is so passionate and she is so patient. And I loved how she taught us vocabulary. She always go through very thoroughly about those vocabulary lists, providing examples, break down those words, and then introduce relative phrases or similar words around that vocabulary. What I think what really impacted me the most is when she always encouraged us to annotate pronunciations and meanings, examples, or any additional, helpful information directly into the text that we were studying in every unit. And I found that so much convenient and also easier to memorize those words. Um, and every time when I exposure to those words, it just reinforced my memory. I I just feel like I'm suddenly don't need those dull vocabulary list anymore. But even though other students still was doing that way, but I found this way is so beneficial for me. And and since then I built more confidence and I improved my score throughout middle school and high school. And I really always have that sustained interest in this subject.
Those are great. How do you see those experiences impacting your teaching?
I think developing vocabulary knowledge is an essential part for literacy, no matter what discipline we're teaching. So in the future, I will integrate it to teach vocabulary in multiple language or authentic language context and to encourage students to record words or take notes in the materials or notebooks and to explore, what they already know about those words and to provide opportunities to maximize their exposure to those words.
Great. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Chad.